and navigating this with one of our clients where we're talking about not employees, but contractors, where they're not managing the performance of contractors that are under a contract with specific terms and obligations, because those contractors might get upset. And so we can't possibly hold them accountable to our contracts. And so you see how far reaching that this can become when, like Anne was saying, where the focus is more on the fact that they might get upset with us. So they get upset. And then, but it's part of what we do and we need to deal with. And these pseudo feelings that, as used in that example there, they're emotional reactions or statements, right? They end up being treated as facts. And I can't tell you the number of times we hear this in our clients where we're having to say, okay, is that a fact or is that a feeling? Because we need to make that distinction between it. And again, it's that trigger around, this is scary. I'm afraid of what might happen or what people might feel, as though that is the driver for us in our decision making. And that speculation about possibility of a negative response is actually confused with actual feelings, right? So we then support this, emotional reasoning without objective assessments, or without even being able to say, okay, well, can we bear that? Is that, an acceptable risk that we can take within this, that, they might get upset, but it's not going to be the kind of upset where we think the world is going to end and everybody's going to walk out the door. So it's what are we being objective about in this conversation? And we've worked with organizations where like a lot of the decisions that were made by the senior management team as it related to their employee base was using this emotional reasoning. They were subjective decisions, all based on that fear of, well, they're not going to like it, or they're going to react in this particular way. And mostly what they were saying to us is, I don't want to have to navigate these feelings of these people. So don't make them upset, and then I won't have to do my job and navigate their emotional experience within it. But the worst part about it, I think, is just how it undermines the leadership and how it undermines the effectiveness of the organization, and obviously the capacity to really foster a culture of accountability and performance.